So back here on my cozy couch talking all things fecal microbiota transplant, also known as FMT. So if you tuned in last time that I was on the couch, I talked about how I'm actually about to undertake a bit of a journey, getting someone else's gut bacteria put inside my gut. So last time I caught up here, I was in the middle of taking my antibiotics as a measure to help the procedure be more successful. They do put you on an 8-week course of antibiotics. Unfortunately, I got pretty sick with some viruses in between. A lot of the reason I'm getting this transplant in the first place is to help me not get sick. So I actually had to stop taking the antibiotics for a period of time just to get better. So I've been taking antibiotics for nearly 12 weeks now, on and off, but I have basically ended my course as of today. So as of tonight, I'll finish my last dose of antibiotics, of some rifaximin. And these antibiotics are designed to actually help manage the bacteria inside my gut so that when I have my procedure in 2 weeks' time, my gut will be in a lot better position to take up the bacteria of the donor. So on the 6th of September, I will be in Sydney having an FMT procedure. So I just wanted to share what that looks like. People have been asking me, they found it really interesting that I would go down this route to improve my health. But as I've mentioned before, I am one of the sickest, healthiest people that you will ever meet. And there is not much I haven't actually tried. So as part of the procedure, they do suggest that you go on a course of antibiotics like I have done, helps to sort of clean the slate. And then I need to follow a low fiber diet for a few days. So it's an extended bowel prep. And if you've had a bowel prep before because you've had a colonoscopy, it's not pretty. It sucks. I have to do an extended version of that. So I'll actually be flying to Sydney on a Wednesday and having a procedure on a Friday because there is no friggin' way I want to be in a position where I could potentially crap my pants on a plane. Yep. So I'll fly to Sydney on Wednesday and start my bowel prep. So it's pretty intense, low fiber diet. My gut doesn't like that. And then on the Friday, I get admitted to the centre for my procedure. So yeah, I'm going to share some details. So if you are not one for details, switch this off now and go do something else. But if you're curious and you're the kind of person that likes weird things, listen up. So the first thing they do is you go in and you have colonic. It's like an hour. You are awake, obviously. I hate colonics. They make me feel disgusting. I hate the pressure inside my body. It's just gross. But they do a colonic and then they do a Castile soap washout, which I found extraordinarily odd. But apparently it's very normal procedures to do. So helps clean off all the biofilm inside my bowel. And then I am sedated with a twilight sedative to have a colonoscopy. And in that colonoscopy procedure, they actually implant the donor bacteria into my gut. And then I go into recovery after that. So it's not a long procedure normally, that actual part. And then once I wake up, I then have to go and get an enema where they put it in the lower part of my bowel. And so that's going to be the story of my life for the next few months. Enemas are gross, but necessary, I guess. And so then they give you some medication so that you don't poop, because you want to hold on to all the stuff that you've just paid for that's gone into the preparation for as long as possible. And then they send me on my merry way. So I'll be staying with my mum. So she's coming down with me and my mum's partner just to make sure that I'm okay. And so then I have 2 days of freedom in Sydney. I don't know how I'm going to feel. Probably fine. And I can return to sort of like a normal-ish diet. I eat really well anyway, so it's not going to be that different. And then on the Monday, I have to go back for some more poop up the bum. So they're going to do more enemas, and then I have an education session on pretty much how to do it myself. So if you've never dealt with this stuff, this might be new territory for you to explore, and you could be really turned off and grossed out. But honestly, as somebody that's had inflammatory bowel condition for over 20 years, my life is a literal shit show all the time. I have friends that have ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, diverticulitis, other forms of inflammatory bowel disease. All you gotta talk about poo. It's necessary. It's what happens. We all do it, even the Queen, except for the Brady Bunch. Apparently they don't have a toilet. But yeah, it's a pretty like interesting procedure. So on the Monday they do that. They educate me on what to do, and then I get to fly home on Monday night. And in the meantime, I will have gotten like about $8,000 worth of poop transported to my house with some enemas. And then I have to freeze those. So for the next few months up until February, I basically have to administer poop to myself to make sure that it all settles in. And there's an entire process and protocol they give you. It's very, very detailed. For the first few weeks, it's very frequent, and then it reduces in frequency and the number of times you have to do it per week. And so basically by like the last 6 weeks, you're just like sorting it out once a week. Look, it's nothing foreign to me. Honestly, I've had to be doing this stuff for years. I'm not a big fan of bloody enemas. Like, they're fucking gross. They make me feel disgusting. Like physically in the gut. Like, I don't like the feeling, but it's necessary. Some patients get to use like crapsules. So like bacteria in a capsule. I guess just because of where my ulcerative colitis is, it's right at the bottom of my digestive system, like right at the bottom. I actually have what we call proctitis. So it's like the furthest disease you can get. It's not really useful having something orally for something that's right down there when you can just like go straight to the source. So it's kind of gross. But people are super fascinated by this, so I thought I would share that with you. So I'm right at the end of that first step now. I have had some more bloods done. I've just had some other samples and other pathology, and everything looks okay to go. I'm just waiting for some results just to make sure I don't have any weird like nasty viral stuff. And they're going to do like the donor screening as well to make sure that they're all good. I am going to a place called the Centre of Digestive Diseases. It's down in Five Dock near Sydney. Look, I can be up here and get this procedure done, but CDD, the Centre of Digestive Diseases, is one of the world's leading places for FMTs. So why wouldn't I go to one of the world's leading places if it's just a flight and some accommodation, really? Yes, there is some risk involved in getting something like this. Obviously, you're getting someone else's poop and bacteria put in your gut. And there's a lot of evidence to suggest that potentially the recipient, myself, could take on some of the traits of the donor. I don't know who the donor is. I was going to look at my husband becoming a donor, but it's going to be annoying and complicated. And it doesn't matter. So yeah, super keen. Also sold my business last week, so a week ago now. Everything went through, which is great. Some things to tidy up, but I feel really honestly like my life's at a point where that chapter is closing of the life I had, that business I had for 18 years. A lot of stress, like unbelievable levels of stress. And now I'm getting my gut sorted out. So I definitely feel like I'm in a position now to like move forward with my life and, physically and psychologically really starting from a clean slate and just removing those extra stresses out of my life that have really caused the inflammation in the first place. My inflammatory levels in my body are really, really low now, thanks to the antibiotics, which is amazing. And I'm really looking forward to this procedure, not the actual procedure, but, just the potential results of, maybe it can cure me of my ulcerative colitis. I'm very optimistic that it will. I have done so many things in the past. And as I said, there's not much I haven't tried. Potions, juices, tablets, powders, meditations, past life regressions, crystals, essential oils, like really weird, obscure diets. Like, honestly, I've tried so much stuff for my gut. And it just doesn't take up good bacteria. It is so messed up. I have really intense dysbiosis. It's a wonder that I still function and do all the things that I do. But I do the things I do because I have dysbiosis and I'm aware of what I need to do. And I'm actually totally looking forward to be able to eat maybe some foods that I haven't been able to eat for a really long time. Things like kombucha and fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi. If I eat those things, I get so sick in the gut because my gut just doesn't have the diversity of bacteria to break that stuff down when it's fermented. Things like, things that I haven't eaten in ages, like garlic. Like garlic messes my gut up so bad. Things like onion. I can't have Spanish onion because of the sulfur in it. And my gut just doesn't have the diversity and the level of species to be able to, and the colonies to break that food down. So I've been pretty fucking boring with my diet for a really long time. So I am looking forward to doing that and feeling better and getting all the way off these immunosuppressant drugs I've been on for a really, really long time. I will keep you posted though, so I probably won't do one of these videos until next week when I get my results back. I have a consult with the nurse at the CDD on Monday or Tuesday, I think. So she'll just run through everything. I'll get to ask questions. I'm going to ask her like if I can find out who my donor is and what their traits are, because that's like really weird. So I don't want to be craving donuts and shit. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting journey, and you will see me soon, and I will post some more on my update. Ciao for now.